tubers, my beautiful friends all the way around the world and back again. I'm just coming on today to share with you another one of my projects that I was able to do today because I could really. No rhyme, no reason of it. So we're going to go from upcycling a toilet roll, we're going to go into making it into a tag, and that tag then becomes my tag to hold ribbon, and this organza ribbon gets sold in my Etsy shop, and you get 2 meters of organza ribbon, and this ribbon is so pretty and perfect for your tops on like I've used here on tags and in your journals. I think I'm a bit too close to them, the lighting's not quite right there. Bear with me while I get my camera skills right, or not. See, I've got a shadow blue. Might be, I don't know whether this is going to work. Okay, let's try this. So there you go. And so I'm going to show you how I do the backgrounds of the tags that then are ready for this. These then get packaged up into little envelopes, handmade envelopes, and then shipped off. So let's get to it. Oh, and what you'll also need for this is I'm using for my background some jelly prints that I did. Oh God, I can't remember how many years ago. Probably last year actually, and we're in 2019 now. So these probably were my play prints using stencils and different colours. And when I looked at these papers, I thought, what on earth am I going to do with them? What a mess they look. Blah blah. As we all probably do when we first look at something. But when you come back to it, when you're doing a project such as this, they can make absolutely amazing tags. Now I've got a couple that are still drying here to show you. So, I mean, that background when I had it on the paper was just like, really? What on earth is that? But when you put it on a tag, then it becomes something so amazing. So don't ever give up on your pieces of paper that you think at some point don't look like anything, until you then mount it onto something else or use it in a collage, and then it becomes something absolutely creatively beautiful. So how do we get from here to here? Well, glad you asked. What I did, I saved toilet rolls for another project because I also make these into little cartons for different things that I put in them, which is another project to do. So all I do is keep them, and sometimes I spray them with water, but other times I just stand on them. And then I put them in very tight elastic bands and in a box or under a very heavy box. But it doesn't matter what you do with that in order to make a tag anyway, as long as it's flat. Because what you need to do is, once you've got your flat carton, some of them are thicker than others and some of them will be bigger than others. I mean, it depends on what brand you buy, okay? Well, it does here in the UK. So this is a half, so I don't know what, you see the size of that to that. And these are just toilet rolls. So I think the innards on some are smaller than others, which I know they are because I've found that out for myself. So anyway, if you buy the same brand all the time, then you won't have this problem, but I obviously switched brands at some point. And you're going to get your cutter. I've got a paper cutter, and I just literally take a slithing off the edge. So you cut the thing there and you then cut it there, or you can hand cut it, okay? Let's just hand cut this one just for the sake of it. However, my hand cutting, this one will not be straight, okay? I guarantee you that, because me and straight don't go in the same box, but you'll get the idea. So instead of cutting it on the edge like that, down the edge, just cut the whole thing off, a smidgen, okay? Like that. So then you've got 2 pieces. And then what you do with the 2 pieces is you get yourself maybe a template. I didn't. I cut a little bit more off these, look. And then you cut. That's how I'm going to cut this one down because I might as well use it. But if you do it on a trimmer, and make sure your trimmer obviously is a trimmer that can cut card, because toilet rolls actually are quite thick. Let me just save that for my compost heap. Then you've got yourself 2 tags. So it's not hard to do that bit, and if you wanted to tidy up the top edges then you could so, but you're going to cover this so it doesn't really matter. Now, here's the thing. There's so many ways you could do this, okay? So you could just leave them like this and stamp on them, which would be great. You could decoupage on them, which would be great. But today, we're going to use up my prints, because I figured I'd got a lot of them. So, and my backgrounds, I was thinking about matching my backgrounds to the type of ribbon that I've got, the colours of the ribbon, but I don't actually think I can manage that, to be honest. Although, I don't know, the amount of prints I've got here, it might be a possibility. Just think I might struggle with the burgundy one. Anyway, I'm going to do this print, and I'm going to cut it off the sheet simply because it's easy for me to cut it out later. And I'm going to use wet glue for this project. I'm just going to cut some of the excess off so I don't have to mess with it later. Right, so I'm just using PVA glue. Get your sticker and don't do what I did and say, oh, that side will look nice, and then stick it down onto the card. That's what I did earlier. I don't know how dopey I can be sometimes. But anyway, back to normality. Wet glue or any glue, whatever you feel is right for you, for your project. I'm not to tell you anyway. Wet glue obviously does have its issues. Do I want that at the bottom? Yes, I do, kind of. Wet the glue again, and wet the glue. Do the glue again. And, sorry, wet glue has got its issues, as in your paper probably will wrinkle. No, not probably, definitely will. There's no probably about it. So I just get my bone folder and I just squish all the excess glue out, if there's any in there. And also, because your paper stretches, I'm just trying to find my tissue then. What have I done with it? Don't know. Put it in my pocket, I think. Your paper stretches when it's wet, so this is exactly the perfect time to get any creases out. And yes, you might have a little bit excess here, but again, you could put that in your scrap box and use it for later. Now, for the sake of the video, I'm not going to do, I was going to say I'm going to cut it while it's wet, but I'm so not going to do that because it won't cut properly. So while it's wet, I just make the creases of where I'm going to cut it once it's dry, trim up the edges. And again, you could put this back on your trimmer just to cut the edges straight. Do not try and cut this while it is wet, because you will not get very good edges. So I'm just going to do that and then wait for it to dry, and then we'll come back and do the rest. Okay, so I've finished all my tags now. I've covered them all. And I went back and stamped on them. I'm just going to go through them while I'm just showing you this. And then I embossed them in, what's the embossing folder called? Travel Stamps, it's called, from Hobbycraft. This one I did emboss, but I haven't done anything else to that because it had a lot on it already. I think the design was enough. And the travel stamp one I used, the embossing folder, was only because they're going to be travelling on their little journey to somebody else's home. That's how I thought about it anyway. So, I mean, obviously if your designs are quite a lot like these are, then you don't have to stamp on them as well. You could just emboss them. Like this one didn't need nothing more than an embossing. I probably didn't even need that, but I just liked the fact that I could do this, and I love this one. I just love how this one has turned out. This paper, I don't know how I managed to get it as crazy as I say. I think it's beautiful. And this paper, I don't think I could replicate them. This one I embossed and I stamped. This one actually was really busy, but I still embossed and stamped it. I don't know. I maybe need a bit of gesso on it, but I don't know. I actually quite like it some weird way. Anyway, and I've done some that aren't so. It has got quite a lot of white in the background, so don't give up on those bits of card either. Simply, or those bits if you've done jelly plating or anything, or painty papers of any format, because I think sometimes it does work. Not just can work, it does work. So what's next in this little project is to put some holes in. I just want to show you how those papers turned out. And when you look at them actually just on the paper, when I first did this, when I played with my jelly plate, which was a homemade jelly plate, I just thought this isn't working out. But now I've come to use the paper, and if you look at some of the paper, it just doesn't look like anything, you know? But these are the ones I've used on these, you know, it doesn't really look anything. Look at that. But I bet if I did a tag out of it, it would look stunning. So it's not what you see overall, it's how it then, you know, looks on a tag. So these are all my tags for my little project today. So now we're going to stamp holes in the top. Stamp. You can't stamp a hole, but you know what I mean. I'm going to punch holes in the top, ready for my ribbon. And I'm only exacting. Oh, don't want to be doing it with that because that's not the hole punch. I just want to get an around about, just to put some ribbon through. And I'm actually not even going to put metal tags through these, you know, metal, what do you call these things that go in these dye things? I don't know what you call them. But anyway, I'm not putting those in. Actually, you know what? I'm being such a silly mare. On this, I've got a thing that alters. I'm so dumb sometimes. Oh dear, I never think to use the things that make life easy sometimes, you know. I just think, oh, I hope I get that right on every tag, when actually I could have just measured it, see? And that would give me the perfect place every single time. Well, it would have done if I'd have tightened it up properly. Oh dear, you do have to laugh at me sometimes. Ouch. Yeah, right. No, you don't have to laugh at me. I have to laugh at myself. But good job I can, eh? All I've got to do then is figure out where the middle is. Yeah, those ones will be fine just there. So that's all we're going to do on that. Let's see if we can be doubly and save some time and do two at a time. Why can't we? Because this is a hole punch, right? Might be a bit tougher, but I can still do it. Yes. She says she's got the card stuck. See, me being just damn lazy. Oh no, I can. Look, it's cool. Right. Save time. Punch two at a time. Why don't you? So again, now everybody's going to be hoarding toilet roll forever, right? Because there's so many things you can do with them. As I say, I make little gift boxes out of them as well. If you want to know how I do it, it's so super simple. But if you want to know how to do it, I'm sure somebody else on YouTube has already done it. Then kind of just let me know in the comments below. And please remember to subscribe, because it really helps my channel grow. I've learnt a lot actually from, if you go over to the Frugal Crafter, Lindsay, can't pronounce her surname, so I'm not even going to try. She's got a great video as to how YouTube kind of works or doesn't. And it's really interesting what she says on this YouTube channel, that if you don't watch a YouTube video to the end, it doesn't rank very well. The actual, I guess, the program within YouTube only picks on those that have got, you know, people who watch right to the end. If you know how you go on a YouTube channel and you just skip every now and again, and that's right, and then you find the one that you actually really want to watch, you'll watch it all to the end, but some of them you don't, which is nothing wrong with it. But if you go onto Lindsay's channel, the frugal crafter, everybody knows Lindsay around the world, I'm sure. Then and find her channel. She has got some great information about YouTube. I thought it was just fantastic the way she posted that. Right, so there's my holes. So these are now ready for ribbon, and all sorts of ribbon. Well, not all sorts, because I've only got 8 different types, but I decided to get my finger out my backside and do something with my ribbon, because I've had this in my stash for so flipping long. Stupidly ridiculous. So let me just have a look at what's going to go where. We might do, let me just put the colours next to the tags, and then I'll know where I'm going. Look at this beautiful olive one, isn't it gorgeous? I love this one. Stuck together. So yeah, anyway, so there's nothing more for me to show you really, other than that's going to be, look at this, isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it just so beautiful? And by the way, this is 12mm wide, so this is perfect for your scrapbooking. It's not too wide and not wide enough, do you know what I mean? Sometimes I've got ribbons, but this is satin, no, organza, not satin, but organza, so it's see-through, so it's really great for adding to your journals and tags, or minus the sellotape. That one's going to go great with that tag, or even that one. Look, you see, I'm going to try and colour coordinate if I can, but I don't know whether it's possible. So let's just do. So there we have it, friends. That's my little project for today. Maybe I should put white on that. Oh, see, I've got sellotape stuck to me now. Trouble is with this stuff. Oh, stop moaning. I'm not going to moan about it. It's the way it's put on the reel. And then once you start unravelling it, that's it. And if ever it starts to unravel on you, you've got a right nightmare on your hands. Sorry, I know I'm off camera. I'm just trying to save my day. There's my little bit of sellotape. And what I normally do is I normally pin this once I get it going. So there you go. There's a little project for you. We'll have that one on that one. Look, that would look perfect on that one, eh? And we'll have navy blue on that one, and I think we'll have that burgundy one on that one. See how beautiful that will be. How amazing is that? Right, so I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz, because he was. Right, so we need 2 for each one, so we'll put that one with that one, that one with that one. I'll have that one on there, that one on there. Where am I going? I've lost the plot. That one with that one. Might do, actually that one with that one's perfect. That one with that one is perfect. Where was I going with that one? The blue with the blue, there's the 2 tags for that. Oh, that was the red, wasn't it? Red with the kind of pink. Well, maybe the pink goes better with the pink. Maybe the red's not going anywhere. Black would look nice on there. The white would look nice on that one. And the red, we'll have the red with that one. And then, which one? This one, that one, this one. I don't know why I've got a tag over. Why have I got a tag over? I don't know. Because I've already got a purple one, so I don't need another purple one because I've already got one. There's the purple one. There's that one. I don't know why I've got a blue one over. There you go, with my counting obviously not being correct. So that's my project for you people, lovely people around the world. Let me just put all my damp cloth on the floor. And so these are going to get 2 meters of each. 2 meters of ribbon. So I've got the olive, the navy blue. I'm going to call this honey. I think it's not gold, but it's not beige either. So I'm going to call it honey. We've got black. We've got a beautiful burgundy and purple and a cerise pink. This is just stunning. Just super, super lovely. And I will get some more colours at some point, and some white. It's a bit different to ribbon. You know, ribbon's lovely, hey? No disrespect to ribbon. But organza's just gives a different effect, doesn't it? So you could put organza and ribbon together in your projects. So I'll leave all those lovely thoughts with you as to what you could do with this ribbon. And if you want to get any, it'll be on my Etsy shop, probably by the time this video is posted. So thank you for watching, my friends. Thank you for coming along and joining me on this amazing journey. And join me again soon. Have a great time, whatever you're doing. Bye.